Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley has sworn in his new government. Some familiar faces retained their portfolios, while fresh faces take up some new assignments. Cozier Phillip has more.
The Minister of Education is Dr. Nian Gadsby-Dolly, while former Mayor of Arima, Lisa Morris-Julian, is a minister in the ministry.
That I have put the nation's children in the hands of two mothers, and I trust that they could not be better placed. The two ministers in the Ministry of Education are responsible now not just only for their own family, but for the family of children of Trinidad and Tobago. As Prime Minister, the most significant assignment that I would expect to be carried out during this period of service of these two ministers is a radical reform of the country's curriculum.
As promised, there will also be a focus on agriculture, as Clarence Rambarat and Avinash Singh return to that ministry.
Which is an area which this government intends to focus on, not simply satisfying the cliches of agriculture for diversification, but for searching for the next generation of farmers, because it is my view that without farmers, there will be no farming, and without farming, there will be little agriculture.
Member of Parliament for Laventille West, Fitzgerald Hines, will head a new Ministry of Youth Development and National Service.
This is a conversation that has to take place as to what national service means, and of course it is voluntary, but it will be a pathway for young people to get involved, to be trained, and to come out of the training and pick up responsibility in a number of areas. It is tied to the return of the youth camp that we've promised in our campaigns.
While Randall Mitchell has retained the Ministry of Tourism, which now has a larger portfolio, along with culture and the arts.
What we do as our culture, what we prepare and present as our arts, are integral parts of whatever tourism becomes whenever it comes back to life. And I trust that during this period you will see that combination of tourism, culture and the arts. We also have sport and community development. We believe that sporting activities and all other activities of community development, there's a synergy there.
Former ambassador to Brazil, Dr. Amory Brown, has been named as the Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs. He is currently in quarantine in Trinidad and should be sworn in by Monday. Cozier Phillip, TTT News.
Among the fresh faces in the cabinet are Mr. Brian Manning, who is a minister in the Ministry of Finance. Stephen McClatchy is the Minister of Labour. Renuka Sagram Singh Suklal is a minister in the Ministry of the Attorney General and Legal Affairs. Simon Denu Briga is a minister in the Office of the Prime Minister with responsibility for communications, while Dr. Hassel Bacchus is a minister in the Ministry of Public Administration. Marvin Gonzalez is the Minister of Public Utilities, while Foster Cummings is a minister in the Ministry of Works and Transport. Penelope Beckles has been assigned as Minister of Housing and Urban Development.